plaintiff, Jason Epping, is passionate about billiards, and he hired the defendant to give him a tattoo of an 8-ball and a 9-ball. However, Jason's suing because he claims the defendant did the 9-ball backwards, and he had to hire someone else to fix it. Defendant Walter Hoffmaster has been a tattoo artist for 13 years, and he insists he and Jason created the tattoo in question together. Walter claims Jason not only approved the image online, but he also approved the stencil when it was on his skin. He's countersuing for defamation.
Start with you.
Well, I met Frank about 8 or 10 years ago. Ironically, he did a cover-up for me back then. Covered up a tattoo I didn't care for.
What didn't you care for about that tattoo that he had to cover up?
I made the mistake, Your Honor, of getting my ex-wife's name tattooed on my neck for our 5th-year anniversary, and shortly thereafter, I realized why the curse is a curse, and lesson learned, Your Honor.
All right.
Well, I watched his work over the years after the cover-up, and I've been wanting a tattoo of my own that I felt passionate about. So I wanted to get a joker looking over an 8 and 9 ball for billiards because I'm passionate about the game of pool. I also like the Joker, Heath Ledger, and Batman. I play billiards quite a bit. I've been to Las Vegas for tournaments. I've won quite a bit of money.
How much, what was the agreement?
For the tattoo,
The
Your Honor?
cost. Mm-hmm.
$400.
All right. Let me hear from you, sir, before we get into the specifics.
Absolutely. Jason's been a customer of mine for about 10 years. He came and got, what he says is true, he came and got a tattoo on his neck. We covered up a name. So we've known each other for a while. Then it was a while before he came to me. When he came to me, he wanted to do a piece inspired by billiards. Now, I'm a tattoo artist. I've been doing this for 13 years professionally. This is how I feed my family. I take my job very seriously, and I work with each individual client. And they work with me in Photoshop, and piece by piece, since I'm a realism artist, I use realist pictures, so pictures that actually already exist. And then with the client's help, we design the actual image in Photoshop. I'm a mural artist, I'm a tattoo artist. You ever have any
copyright issues? I'm just curious.
Well, no, it's different with artists.
Mm-hmm.
If I took an image and sold it and didn't make it, then yes. Now, if I have an image of Heath Ledger and I paint it, I can sell it to whoever I want.
Really?
Because I'm the one who's creating it.
You're tracing it, though. You didn't draw it.
Yeah.
Nobody drew Heath Ledger. It's a picture.
You take an image off of Google.
Correct.
And
That's
draw
not
it.
creating. All right.
With all due respect,
between you and the law. Go ahead.
Oversimplifying it a lot. We still have to make every single line.
But if it looks exactly like something that you have and you're copying it, however, whatever the process and however difficult it is to make, you're making the exact same thing that has already been created. But I'll let you deal with the lawsuit, not me. Don't put my picture on there. You put it on there, I'm gonna own your company, I'll tell you that. Now, what do you want to tell me about the agreement? I'm not gonna keep debating something you're about to get sued over. That's why you're getting sued today. Go ahead.
Defendant Walter Hoffmaster is a tattoo artist being sued by a former client who claims the tattoo Walter gave him was backwards.
All right, sir. Now, what was the agreement with him?
So the agreement was that he paid me for a tattoo, and we did the tattoo. And while we were designing the tattoo, he specifically told me that he wanted the tattoo so he can read it in the mirror. And as you can plainly see, that 9 ball is backwards, sir, so you can read it in the mirror.
That's hilarious.
And furthermore, he had that tattoo for over 6 months before he realized, quote unquote, that it was backwards because it was, quote unquote, my fault.
That is negative, Your Honor.
So he came to my shop over 3 times to work on the same tattoo.
I called you the day after I noted. I called
you
the
the
day
after the first time?
So I just did the outline work and then sent him home and had him come back a couple months later.
You showed him the outline work?
You're a clown, dude.
He approved it?
Yeah, he not only did he approve it on the computer screen, he approved it on the stencil, he approved it on the skin.
He said you approved what he said was to be an backwards 9.
I did not see that picture until he already messed it up, Your Honor.
Did you see anything before he performed the tattoo on you?
The stencil had the correct 9 ball.
Do you have it or do you have it?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
That's the stencil I gave you right there.
That is not a stencil.
That's what I run through my
I didn't even see that photo until after.
You've never seen this?
Your Honor, he did not show me that until after he was done with the shading.
You said you saw something something, sir, before he stuck the needle in you.
Your Honor, it was just the stencil of the outline that he showed me, and the 9 on the 9 ball was correct.
The stencil.
I did not see that colored photo until after I already pointed out.
We're talking about the 9 on the 9 ball. Is there any other flaw other than that?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the other flaw?
I have photos. The face wasn't colored in, the hair wasn't colored in, the eyes are crossed, Your Honor.
Let me see what you have that indicates that wasn't done.
Your Honor, he claims he's a professional tattoo artist, but he's as artistic as
do you have a
vanilla,
picture
Your
of how
Honor.
it looked when it was on your arm?
That is what he did. That is what.
And what did you say? You called him and said what?
I said, we got a problem here. And he's like, he made a little chuckle and he laughed. He's like, what, the 9's backwards? And I was like, yeah, the 9's backwards. He's like, oh, I'll fix it, I'll fix it. We had an appointment in April. He canceled on me.
Did you tell him you'd fix it?
I told him I would be happy to work with him, but he told me he wanted the ball backwards. So when he called me and
That's
to
what
make
we
the
asked.
appointment, I just offered to help him work with it. Obviously, I would still charge him
What
because
did
it
he
was
say
more
to you,
work.
sir? What did he say to you when he called you?
He said that the ball is backwards and that he regrets making it backwards.
Okay, he said he regretted it. All right, meaning he
regret
asked you
going
to
to
do
just
it,
like
but then he
most
had changed
people-
his mind.
A lot of people want their tattoos upside down or backwards.
I
'cause
got
it's
that. I don't
personal
need to
to
know
them.
all that.
Why
I need
would
to
I
know
want
what
it
happened
backwards
here.
to show off to friends who are going to laugh at me?
Well, I thought it was personal to
You're
you.
a clown, dude.
Did he tell you why he might have wanted it backwards?
So we can look at it in the mirror. So
Oh,
it was
right.
personal.
Look at it in the
So I
mirror.
could look at it and not show it off. Okay.
All right. And did you work with him? What did you do to help?
I
repair
offered
it?
to, but he actually threatened me. He threatened to kick my butt
Why?
because the tattoo was backwards and messed up.
Really?
So was that before or after you told him you'd help?
No, I offered to help him after he told me that he was unhappy. Just because I'm a
Okay,
nice
so
artist.
when did he tell you he would kick your butt?
Um,
Who wants to kick the butt of a person that said, I'm going to help you?
that was in later text messages.
Why? Why did he change?
I don't even know
He's
why.
going to tell me
mad.
why he changed. Go ahead, you tell me.
I'd like to see these text messages. I never cussed at this man one time.
Well, he says you changed and he doesn't know why.
Okay, Your
so
Honor.
let you tell me why, because he has just said that he agreed to work with you and help you.
Okay, he canceled on me in April. I don't remember the date, nor do I have proof, but I have proof of 2 appointments he canceled on me here. On June 8th, at 10:30, Your Honor, he canceled on me for my appointment at noon. Well, what Frank likes to do after he does every tattoo is make a video of it on Facebook. And at 2:54 p.m. on the date he canceled on me, he posted a video of a full sleeve he did on somebody else.
The day before.
Instead of fixing my mess up, or his mess up on my arm.
Yeah, actually, that was the
So,
day before.
I sent him a
post it when I
message.
want.
I said, I find it bogus you cancel me for someone else. I'll just go somewhere else to fix your mistake. I guess I'm just the laughing stock to everybody I come in contact with.
What was his response?
Pretty bogus. Well, we're on TV, so I'm not going to read it word for word, Your Honor. Holy man, what the I'm really serious. I'm going through some life stuff right now, brother. There is, but yeah, I get it, man. You want to freak out, cool, whatever. It sounds like he was on something.
He's giving you excuses, too, about his
Yes, Your Honor.
personal problems.
I respond to him. I'm not trying to freak out, but you cancel me to make someone else's arm look bad. What the How do you know what I'm up to in my day, and why do I have to report to you, bro? Definitely stepping over some bounds. Now, Your Honor, I finally had to go to somewhere else to get this covered up because I was going to Las Vegas for a pool tournament. I have 2 photos here because I had to go to the
Let's see
lady
it,
twice.
please.
The top one is the first one she did for the cover-up. The second one she did was 3 weeks later after the first one to put more detail in it. It's not what I originally wanted, but it's better than a backwards 9 and a 25% done tattoo, Your Honor.
Defendant Walter Hoffmaster is a tattoo artist being sued by a former client who claims the tattoo Walter gave him was backwards.
And I don't have to ask you because you've already said you gave him what he asked for.
I work
Right.
with each one of my clients in the same way.
I heard all that.
I feel
so you don't
sorry
have to
for your
keep talking
clients.
about all that. I've heard what you said, and I heard. Let me see your text so I can verify that that's what is said with my own eyes, because I've heard your text too. Your text sounds just like a person who's dodging a responsibility that they owe. Otherwise, you would have just told him, forget it, don't bring it back. I don't owe you a dime. I don't have to work with you anymore. Instead, you curse him out. All that cursing and all that talking. Not once did you say, sir, I don't owe you. That's all. You don't have to go with any of that. You don't have to listen to any of that. You don't have to keep scheduling anything. You don't have to talk to him ever again in life other than to say, what's wrong with you? I don't owe you a thing. I gave you what you asked for. I'm not talking to you anymore, sir. That's all you got to do. All right. What is your emotional distress for, sir?
Well, Your Honor, I deliver drywall, so I'm working around a lot of construction trades, and not only did I get made fun of by my pool friends at the tournament I directly went to after leaving his shop, and they were laughing.
Sir, I would make fun of you if he did it right, so let's move on.
Okay. That's great. Well, Your Honor,
this is an opinion, sir. That's opinion. You don't know whether a person's gonna like it or not and make fun of it. As I said, I would make fun of it if it was done perfectly.
Well, okay, Your Honor. Well,
I say you look like him. Something. I'll just, I make fun of things. That's what I do. I do it on television. I do it even more in person.
I have no problems taking a joke, Your Honor, but I just didn't want to deal with it, so I ended up wearing a long sleeve shirt all summer long at work. Just because I didn't want to deal with it.
So because you had sweat during the summer, what's your defamation claim
It was
for,
something
sir?
I was passionate about, and I didn't get what I wanted, Your Honor.
I got you. Yes, sir.
Well, I have here a consent form from the client where he agreed and approved the image and initialed and signed that he agreed and liked the image.
After having seen the image?
I want to see
yeah, and having
see
it.
it.
I printed it off of my computer. You have the image up there that I printed. I run that through my thermofax. I stick that to his skin, an exact copy. He looks in the mirror. We do the outline. I send him home. He comes back. We do the color. He comes back one more time, and then he has a problem. So I bend over backwards.
I agree. No problem. Read the part where it says he saw it before doing it. Read the part that says he has seen it and approved of what he saw.
I acknowledge that I have been given adequate opportunity to read and understand this document. I agree that the tattoo studio has no refund policy on tattoos or piercings or retail sales. I will not ask for any refunds for any reason whatsoever. I agree to reimburse the tattoo studio for attorney fees, costs incurred during legal action.
Sir, I asked you to read one thing, and I haven't heard it yet. You said everything, but I've seen it. You have that, sir? Read that part. That's all I want to hear. That's the only sentence I want to hear. I hear that, and you win.
Okay. The remainder of this contract will be constituted through the enforceable portion.
That's it, sir. Your claim is dismissed and yours is granted. He has no such thing where he is approved seeing anything. Goodbye. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Your Honor.
Maybe you should actually look at what you're getting.
Maybe you should be an artist and not a cover.
You're the pool player. What about the 9-ball? Why didn't you see the 9-ball
was correct
backwards?
before you put it on my arm.
How the is that possible? When I
tell
printed
me,
the image that
how
clear
high
on
were
your
you
arm.
when you made a backwards 9?